Good afternoon, Rotarians and guests, boys and girls, and all of our very special visiting seniors. Welcome to Club 33's holiday program. It's going to be a good one. I hope you all enjoy it. Our invocation will be given by Reverend Jim Staniford. Jim?
Let us pray. Gracious God, we seek you in these days when daylight is the shortest, so that we might experience the brightness of your being in our lives, a brightness of joy and peace and justice and hope. Through our celebrations of Ramadan, Hanukkah, and Christmas, we point beyond ourselves to you as the source of meaning of life. As we feast this day and sing together, keep us mindful of those who are hungry and have no cause for singing, and draw us close to one another in a holiday spirit, and keep us focused always on giving service above self. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. Please be seated. It's now my great pleasure to introduce our newly elected club officers and members of the board of directors who will actually, of course, take office in the 1st of July. As I call their names now, I'm going to ask them to stand and to remain standing, and those of you who would like to applaud them to hold that until we get them all on their feet. Your president, who of course was elected last year, is Patty Roscoe. Boy, I love the way this group follows directions. Isn't that great? However, as a surprise now, your president-elect is Dr. Tom Vecchione. And just go ahead and clap, why not? Your secretary is Debbie Day. And your treasurer, Bob Russell. And the rest of the members of the board of directors are Michael Brunker, Stan Hartman, Dick Jackson, Barry Lords, Dr. Lisa Miller, Nancy Scott, Susie Spafford, Dick Troncone, Diana Venable, and Jerry Warnke. Now let's all congratulate this wonderful slate of new officers. Thank you, and congratulations, officers. I always consider it a great privilege to be able to award our Rotarian of the Quarter. And this is the award we give a great clock, and those of you who've received it know that it is a very special award. Our Rotarian of the Quarter for this quarter is an attorney. In fact, he was recently recognized in San Diego Magazine as one of the area's leading environmental lawyers. He's very involved in lots of different community activities, serves on the board of the Downtown YMCA. He's been a very active member of our club since 1993. He's chaired our hugely successful Salute to the Military Committee for 3 years, and he's been the vice chair of our Military Affairs Committee for 5 years. It's really such a nice story that he meets with John Barry, who is now hospitalized and unable to attend our meetings, but he remains the chair of that Military Affairs Committee thanks to this wonderful Rotarian. In fact, he takes care of John Barry's affairs at this time. So now you've probably guessed that our newly elected club treasurer is our Rotarian of the Quarter, none other than Bob Russell. Bob, please come up. You wondered why I had you sit up at the head table, huh? Want to say a word or two?
No.
All right.
There's enough.
Okay. He says, on with the program. All right, thank you. I also want to just take a moment to recognize our second quarter program chair, Joyce Gaddis. I want you to join me in a round of applause for Joyce and the great work that she's done this quarter under the very able leadership, of course, of the chair of that, Patty Roscoe. Joyce, where are you? Stand up. Great. Our chair of the day, and actually the chairman, of course, of this holiday program is Jack Anthony. Jack has been doing this for some time now. In fact, when I checked the other day, I learned that this is the 8th year that he's been responsible for this wonderful program. He's semi-retired now from a 32-year optometry practice. He does a little work from time to time for the state of California. But he's also been very involved in many community affairs over the years. He's a past president of the St. Paul's Senior Homes Board, and of course he and his wife Betsy were honored this year by that organization at the Love Gala for all that they do for that organization. Betsy's also on the foundation board and is here today. Jack joined our club in 1977. He's a Paul Harris Fellow and a Club 33 sustaining member. He was on our board of directors for 7 years and has served on many committees, including the Military Affairs Committee, Music, and Avoidable Blindness, and in fact headed up our district's avoidable blindness endeavors. Jack and Betsy have 2 married daughters, Jennifer and Julie, and 2 grandchildren. Allison, who is 16 months old, is with us today, and then Trevor is 4 months. I'd like you to now show your appreciation for Jack's hard work over these many years with this Christmas program, and welcome our chair of the day, Jack Anthony.
Hi, thank you, Frank. What wonderful words. It makes me feel so good to hear that. I'm so glad to see all of you here today. Thank you for your attendance. We have prepared a wonderful show. I think you're really going to enjoy it. The focus is on fun here today, so lighten up, loosen up. Don't be afraid to sing out when you're asked to do so, and just enjoy yourselves, okay? It's my pleasure to introduce your master of ceremonies and your announcer for today. Not my brother, but my good friend, Clark Anthony.
To show you the power that Jack has, who else do you know that could get us all to wear these silly little red bow ties every year? Fellow Rotarians and guests, including the many family members joining us again today, a warm welcome to our annual holiday program. This year, the holiday spirit in song. Webster's dictionary tells us that holiday, of course, as a noun, is a shortened version of holy day, meaning a day set aside by law or custom for the suspension of business, usually in celebration of some event. But as an adjective, it's defined as joyous, as in the holiday spirit. How often do we hear people say, this is what the holidays are all about? Maybe we say it ourselves, through misty eyes as we look at our family gathered around the dinner table, or after watching a familiar movie, Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, Chevy Chase in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The heart swells too when we hear the glorious music of the season. Today we will get you in the holiday spirit through the uplifting magic of song. Around the world, more than 3 billion people celebrate Christmas each year. And in America, a couple of dozen same songs keep being played over and over and over again this time of the season. And you will hear some of them a little bit later on in a wonderful medley called Christmas in About 3 Minutes. But today we are going to complement the traditional repertoire of these usual songs with some that are not on the short playlist, as it were. We begin with a song that is truly in the Rotary spirit of fellowship, for it speaks of friendship glowing. Sing Hey is an old Christmas greeting performed by the Rotary Chorus featuring Peter Duncan.
Sing hey,
The holiday season is a time for soaring spirits and a time for consuming all sorts of goodies. Turkeys, hams, candy canes, yams, fruitcakes, rum cakes, plum pudding. By New Year's, most of us pack some extra padding. You could gain 5 pounds just listening to this next selection. Here's the Rotary Chorus and soloists Natasha Josefowitz, Jack Anthony, Susie Spafford, and Ross Pyle with Christmas is Coming and We Are Getting Fat.
Thanksgiving Day has come and gone. The bones are in the trash.
We've eaten everything in sight, including turkey hash.
As we waddle up the stairs and climb into our beds,
we fall asleep with sugared plums dancing in our heads.
Christmas is coming and we are getting fat, 'cause we're eating too much of this and that. We munch and we nibble and we gobble every treat, till we're stuffed so full we can't see our feet. We've been over the river and through the woods, at grandmother's house we stayed. We ate mashed potatoes and hot cornbread and drank sweet lemonade. We had pumpkin pie, vanilla ice cream, and biscuits of grandma's fame. Now we're ready to burst, and what could be worse? Tomorrow we'll do the same. Christmas is coming and we are getting fat, 'cause we're Christmas is coming and we are getting fat, 'cause we munch and we nibble and we gobble every trap, till we munch and we nibble and we gobble every treat, till we're stuffed so full we can't see our feet. Of the season is the best food of all. Culinary delights which I often recall. The joy in the tasting of everything inside. Though I should resist, I just can't resist. So maybe one more bite. Christmas is coming and we are getting fat, 'cause we're Christmas is coming and we are getting fat, 'cause we munch and we nibble and we gobble every trap, till we munch and we nibble and we gobble every treat, till we're stuffed so full we can't see our feet. And we munch and we nibble and we gobble every treat. We are stuffed, we are full, and we can't see our feet. 'Tis the season to be merry, past the chocolate-covered cherries. Christmas is coming, there's too much to eat.
Where's the pie?
Not fair to sing that while people are eating their dessert, is it? Part of the holiday spirit is looking ahead and wishing that your New Year's dreams come true. Composed in 1954 by the great songwriter Sammy Cahn and collaborator Julie Stein, our next number has expressed that sentiment in countless holiday specials and festive family sing-alongs. The ladies of the Rotary Chorus wish you happy holidays in traditional three-quarter time with the Christmas Waltz.
with the pace, candles gleaming inside painted candy canes from the tree. Santa's on
It was in the 1944 film Meet Me in St. Louis that Judy Garland sang this next song so movingly that audiences reached for handkerchiefs to dry their eyes. The song, written by Hugh Martin and Ralph Blaine, is perfect for this Rotary program, where faithful friends who are dear to us gather near to us once more. Let the nostalgic spirit of the season wash over you now as Kimberly Layton and the Club 33 Singers perform Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore.
Faithful friends who are dear to us,
Gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together.
if the fates allow.
If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
A Merry Christmas,
Oh, merry little Christmas. Here we are, golden days, happy golden days of yore.
faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough,
And have yourself a merry little Christmas. A merry little Christmas.
Merry little Christmas.
A merry little Christmas.
Don't you love that harmony? I'm going to run home and dig out all my old Anita Kerr albums now, I think. At this time of the year, we're all faced with the question, what can I give? We'd like to suggest that you start off with a good attitude. Put a smile on your face. Be creative. You have resources. Just let your imagination go and write down everything that comes to mind. Focus on the true meaning of the season. And most important of all, have some fun with it. The question, what can I give, goes back at least 2,000 years to Bethlehem and a child in a manger. One answer to that question, of course, is a beautiful song, sung by the Rotary Chorus and soloist Catherine Kennedy.
What can I give to the child in the manger? What can I give to the babe in the stall? Rocking so
Time now to hear some familiar favorites from that traditional short list that we mentioned to you earlier. But in the spirit of the speeded up lives we live now with email and instant messaging and cell phones, you did turn off your cell phones, didn't you, and your beepers? In the spirit of the speeded up lives we live, we are going to squeeze into 180 seconds more carols than you can possibly imagine. In fact, see if you can count how many songs of the season are included. Here's a hint. Sometimes the songs are sung by themselves, sometimes two of them are sung together, and some may only be played on the keyboard. The Rotary Chorus proudly presents Christmas in about 3 minutes.
Of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas. Joy to the world, joy to the joy to the first Noel. The angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they heard the bells on Christmas Day. Their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply on Christmas Day our joys change. Oh Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Oh Christmas tree, how lovely are the holly and the ivy when they are both full grown. Of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Christmas bells, ding dong ding dong, ring Christmas bells, ring loud and long, ring Christmas bells, ding dong ding dong. Jesus is here in this home. All ye faithful, bring the torch and then Isabella, joyful and triumphant. The people all rejoice and sing. Come ye, oh come ye, come ye. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. And a happy New Year. Merry Christmas!
Put a disco beat with that and you have Hooked on Carols, I think, don't you? By the way, here is the answer to our quiz question. There were 23 songs of the season represented there, 22 of them carols, vocal carols, and then Old Lang Syne at the very end on the keyboard, which you may not have even heard. Played, however, by our exceptional accompanist for many a Rotary program, Brian Verhoy. Brian, take a bow. Hanukkah always lasts 8 days, and we just compressed Christmas into 3 minutes. It is no wonder that sometimes we feel like we go nuts at Christmas. That is the subject about which our past president, Mort Jorgensen, is about to tell us. The few wise men old enough to remember when Mort presided over this club may recall that he used to speak frequently of his uncle Sven. Now here's Mort as Jorgi Jorgensen with I Just Go Nuts at Christmas.
Oh, I just go nuts at Christmas on that jolly holiday. I'll go in a red like a knucklehead, 'cause I'll squander all my pay. Oh, I just go nuts at Christmas. Shopping sure drives me berserk. I'll rush in a store on the night before like a poor bewildered yerk. I'll look at nightgowns for my wife, those black ones trimmed in red. But I won't know her size, and so she'll get a carpet sweeper instead. Oh, I just go nuts at Christmas. I'll shop. Do. Just go nuts at Christmas. Pardon me. I just go nuts at Christmas while its child hangs up his sock. It's a time for kids to flip their lids while their papa goes in hock. On the night before Christmas, it's still in the house. My family is sleeping, so I'm quiet like a mouse. I look at my watch and midnight is near. I think I'll sneak out for a small glass of beer. Down at the corner, the crowd is so merry, I wind up by having about 12 Tom and Jerry. I get to bed late, gee whiz how I'm sleeping. Then those darn kids on the bed, they come leaping. They yump on my face, they yump on my belly, and I'm quivering all over like a bowl full of jelly. They scream Merry Christmas, and my poor wife and me, we stumble downstairs, and she lights up the tree. My head is exploding. My mouth tastes like a pickle. I step on a skate, and I fall on a tricycle. Boom-a-dee-boo. Those are tough words, guys. It's just before, what, midnight? Anyway, thank you very much. Just before dinner, I relax to a point. Then all my relatives start crawling all over the joint. On Christmas, I hug and I kiss my wife's mother. The rest of the year, we don't speak to each other. After dinner, my aunt and my wife's Uncle Louis get into a quarrel. They're both awful screwy. My wife's family says Louis is right, then my relations get into the fight. Over in the corner, the radio is playing, and over the racket, Gabriel Heater is saying, "Peace on earth, everyone, and goodwill toward men." And just about that time, someone slugs Uncle Sven. They all rush outside whooping so the neighbors can hear. Oh, I'm so glad Merry Christmas comes just once a year. Oh, I just go nuts at Christmas, but I have a lot of fun. And just like you, I enjoy it too. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Sorry about those lines. You've heard me over the years spoof my fictitious Uncle Sven from Norway, but today I would really like to introduce my real uncle, my dad's youngest brother, John Jorgensen. Please stand, Uncle John. Uncle John got off the boat from Denmark 52 years ago today, but the good thing about it was he brought with him his lovely bride and my dearest Aunt Hetty. Hetty, please stand. Talk for that and glad of you, everybody.
Well done, Mort. I admire anybody who works without a teleprompter. You know who else goes nuts at Christmas? You notice I'm reading. You notice who else goes nuts at Christmas, of course, is Santa Claus. But did you realize that because of the time zones, Santa actually has 31 hours to deliver gifts on Christmas Eve, which, if you figure it out, means that he only has to go to about 832 homes per second. Santa would probably like to return to the olden times when Christmas was celebrated over 12 days. The 12 days of Christmas ran from December 25th to Epiphany, celebrated on January 6th, which may mark Christ's baptism or the day when the wise men visited the baby Jesus with their gifts, which of course initiated the tradition of giving presents at Christmas time. This is where we come to the audience participation part of our program. On each table, you notice there is a placard, and each of the placards has a line from the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. When we get to that line, we want everyone at that table to sing that line. And, sing loud, otherwise your table mates will think you're a Grinch, and Santa will leave a lump of coal for you, I imagine. Maestro, Steve Hubbard's going to explain this. If I understand this correctly, the people at table 12 have to sing like 1/12 as much as the Partridge Family, right?
We're not paying them by the time that they sing.
Oh, okay. Is that about right? You're going to conduct this
right.
anyway, right?
The 12s are over here, and there's the 11s and the 10s and the... So you didn't think I knew where you were. But I know where all of you are. And I'm going to point when it's your time, and now you have to anticipate a little bit, folks, because unless you're young like I'm not, you have to stand up and sing. So when it comes time for a partridge in a pear tree, and that's you over there, by the way, you have to stand up and sing loud, because we have to hear you up here, and we're not going to be singing. There might be a prize. There might be a prize for the group that does it best. Of course, there might not be, too. Let's try this, and let's go. Sing loud and sing well, and sing often. So next year, when Jack announces the beginning of the chorus rehearsals, we're going to expect about 350 of you to show up. We have a big chorus next year.
That's the first time I've ever listened to that song all the way through. Lots of good creativity in that. I think the award would have to go to the Calling Birds, though, probably. I think we'll be visualizing that in our nightmares, probably. President Frank leaned over at one point and said, "You people are so good, if you rehearse a little bit more, you can probably sing with the San Diego Symphony Orchestra." Now that we have squeezed the 12 days of Christmas into 3 minutes and then stretched it back out over 12 days, we will combine two of the season's all-time favorite songs right now, each written by Irving Berlin and introduced by Bing Crosby and Marjorie Reynolds back in the 1942 movie Holiday Inn. Here, again, is the Rotary Chorus with Happy Holiday and the all-time best-selling song of the season, even here in San Diego, White Christmas. In 1850, Edmund Hamilton Sears wrote the Angel's Song, which includes this stanza. It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on earth, goodwill to men from heaven's all-gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. To conclude our celebration of the holiday spirit in song, the Rotary Chorus will perform a song that truly is worthy of a chorus of angels, Bethlehem, Alleluia.
Thank you all. You've made my
Mary, Mary had a baby boy in Bethlehem, Bethlehem.
Mary, Mary had a baby boy in Bethlehem, Bethlehem.
Thank you again very much for joining us today, and we would like to once again acknowledge our accompanist, Brian Verhoy. Brian, you're fabulous as always. To Steve Hubbard, our director. Also to Susie Spafford, co-chair of the Program Planning Committee, and to our chairman, Jack Anthony. I would also like to add my special thanks to Barry Lorge, Peter Duncan, and Roy Lange, who penned the words that I was privileged to share with you today. And we leave you with one final thought from Wilfred Wilson Gibson's poem, The Empty Purse. One song leads on to another, one friend to another friend. So I'll travel along with a friend and a song. Happy holidays, everyone, and a very joyous new year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You're finished, Maestro? Nice job. Love it. Nice job. Another wonderful holiday program. They seem to get better every single year. I don't know how you'll do top that one next year, but I'm sure that you'll try. And Jack Anthony, as a lot of you know, Rotary is partnered with the Wheelchair Foundation to provide mobility to people throughout the world, and appreciation of all of your hard work. Jack, I've donated one in your honor, and this will show where in the world that it went. Thank you so much for another great program. Bill Heron of our Family Activities Committee has asked me to make a quick announcement about a whale watching tour that he has set up. It'll be Saturday, January 18th from 9 in the morning till 1 o'clock. The cost is $25 a person, so please call the Rotary office and make reservations. Of course, all the kids are welcome. It's a family activity that Bill continues to promote. Seniors, it's wonderful having you with us today. They've asked that as we clear out, if you'd maybe just hold your seats there so we can get organized to get you to your transportation. But it was wonderful having you all with us today. Next week, wasn't it? Thank you. Actually, you Rotarians sponsored some 100 seniors to be with us, and that's great. Next week, of course, we're dark. We won't come back until January the 2nd. We'll be back in this hotel. Our program will be Don Bowder and Bill Holland is our economic forecast that we have each year. And the chair of the day will be Bert Whalen. So I wish all of you the happiest of holidays and safe return back on January 2nd. But once again, I'd ask you all to put your hands together for one final thank you to this wonderful group in the holiday program. We are adjourned. Thank you.